Moin, hello, servus. Welcome back to the channel. This is a bold video strategy. What we hate about Europe. U.S. Americans abroad. Let's have a watch. See what they do hate about Europe. Let's see. Let's find out. Hope everyone's doing good. If you're new here, I'm Mace, coming to you from Vancouver Island in Canada. I'm a aspiring rapper, musician, beat maker. You can find my music anywhere music streams. Just search Macy, MAC3Y. All right, let's get into this. What we hate about Europe, U.S. Americans abroad. I'm hoping this is okay. Let's just find out.
All right, Europe is pretty cool. But here are things that I, an American from the USA, hate about Europe.
Here are things that I, an American from the USA, this is a funny way to say it.
Item 1. The slow service in restaurants. Let's be real. We came to this restaurant to eat. They seem to expect us to want to relax and enjoy each other's company, and that doesn't sit right with us. No chance, mate. Check, please. I can enjoy
They seem okay. It's satire.
the company of others while we are driving to our
They seem to want us to relax and have a good time and not be in a rush while we come to eat, not be, brought in and spat out as quickly as possible.
next destination. Item 2. Trains. Okay, sure. Trains are great and all. I can watch videos, rest my eyes, or get work done while traveling up to 300 kilometers per hour. But one time...
Okay, I like this dude. See, that's the thing. Like Trump and everything he's doing. Like, Americans are great. Like, there's so many great Americans. It's just Trump and all of his obsessed lackeys that are kind of causing this chaos. And right now, he's just threatened to raise the tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum to 50%. Like the trade war, and you'll see the markets are crashing. Like we're heading into a recession. And it's like that meme. You know the meme where the person sticks the tree branch into the bicycle spoke? And then they say, Canada did it. So Trump is the person riding the bike. The stick is his idiotic tariffs. And then he falls, hurts his leg, and then he blames Canada. Like, it's totally self-inflicted what he's doing. I don't understand his strategy. Giving him the benefit of the doubt to any degree is crazy. I don't know. Let's continue. I like this video though. This dude's one of the good ones.
In Germany, the train was 4 minutes late, and that is just unacceptable. Back to the open roads for us. Item 3. The lack of parking lots. We don't have a car here in Spain, but if we did, it sure would be harder to park it, and that would be inconvenient. Why do you guys give the human pedestrians so many rights and space to move freely about, but so little to the amazing car? It doesn't make sense. In some areas of Europe, cars are even treated as subhuman. Where I'm from, cars ruled the land. Just something else about Europe that really grinds my gears. Item
Parking
4.
lots for
Food
days.
ratings. Parts of Europe have these food ratings on products, so now I have to feel extremely guilty buying my ice cream every day, even though it's organic and gluten-free. Come on! Item 5. My lack of digestion problems. I'm not sure if it's higher quality foods, less preservatives, or not being allowed to use the cheapest ingredients manufactured on the planet, but I brought all these medicines from the States to help me digest foods that I now no longer need. So that's not ideal. What do I do with all my prescriptions? Item 6. Where the heck do I dry my clothes? After looking all around for our laundry room, I finally found the washing machine. It was here, in the kitchen?
Yeah, this dude is bringing the sarcasm, and I'm loving it. And that's the thing. There's so many great Americans. I have family live in the States. Like we go down and visit, and so many good people. But just the leadership, the government right now.
It's ridiculous. Now I can't find the darn dryer. Classic. After weeks of wearing damp clothes out, I developed a serious hypothermia episode. Let's just say, luckily I already had a kid. Finally, someone told me to hang your clothes on your balcony, and that's been pretty good when they don't fly away. But I don't know where the heck they're all going. Item 7. Lack of personal space. No longer being completely isolated anymore in our McMansion, with our private yard, traveling about in our private metal box of a vehicle, we are now faced with many social interactions daily, almost as if we are part of a community or something. While this does threaten our American superiority complex, mingling amongst the general public that is, we just hate having to spend our time at beautiful, professionally manicured public parks. We are forced to just enjoy them, not do any of the yard work, or worry about watering them.
Oh man.
Plus, now we have people that live in our building. Not ideal. I had to say hi to a new friend in the lobby the other day. Wow. Look, this is my daughter having to be near and interact with new friends, instead of sitting by herself in the car to the restaurant and at the restaurant itself. I've had to say hello to countless people, being outside and walking more, and being less isolated, and it's been very taxing on me. Very taxing.
If you guys made it this far, please consider subscribing to my channel.
Item 8.
Check out the channel. It'll be in the description.
You Europeans numbered your floors wrong. Is it a big deal? No. Should I make a big deal out of it? Certainly. I'm a YouTuber now. Europeans want me to think the ground floor is 0. Like we aren't standing on anything and the ground doesn't exist or something. The second floor, here they call the first floor. I don't know, ask them. Probably the worst part about Europe. Then it gets really bad when someone asks me, hey, what floor was that on? My mind goes through this whole thing. Should I tell them the truth? It was on the 6th floor? Or should I tell them it's on the 5th floor above the floor?
Wait, so he's explaining. So floor 0 in Europe is like the basement, and then floor 1 is just like ground zero. I mean ground level, like the lobby. That makes sense actually.
Floor you had entered the building on, and then I guess I just have to let them figure out the rest. Item 9. General inconveniences. We no longer go to one gigantic convenience store that puts everyone else out of business for everything, so that's inconvenient. There's so many adorable little mom and pop and specialty shops here, which have been really fun. A sock store, pajamas, Pilates for the pregnant, butchers, you name it. General inconvenience. Walking and being outside more in general, we've been exposed to the elements much more than ever in our lives in the United States. 41 Fahrenheit or 5 Celsius is not the same when you're just inside buildings, garages, and cars all day. Winter here is now quite inconvenient on our ears and fingers. Think about our ears and fingers. We might even have to buy real winter jackets. Here's another inconvenience. Renting an apartment
Real
wasn't
winter
just
jackets.
about the finances. We had to meet our next landlords face to face. So I guess we aren't just some cog in the wheel statistic. Inconvenient. But they were really nice, so shout out to them. Here's another inconvenience. Shops being closed because someone is sick? So inconvenient. My wife went to the ER here. We were seen so quickly. We were in and out under 30 minutes. And we paid nothing. That was convenient.
The last ER trip in the States was $1,400. Damn.
Wait, shoot. Cut that. Okay, truthfully, I'm running out of things we hate about Europe. Let me know in the comments below. What do you hate about Europe? What do you hate about the country you live in? What do you hate about this video? Cut that.
So all joking aside, I've really been enjoying my first month living here in Spain and not just visiting as a tourist. There has been hurdles coming from our cushy lives as US Americans. So yeah, Europe has been less convenient. But you know, convenience isn't everything. And Spain has a lot to offer. We really love.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, all joking aside, satire is not always 100% like truth. I mean, sarcasm and stuff like that. It has elements of truth, obviously. I think his video was great, though. It was fantastic. Kind of flipped the table, gave some good laughs. Yeah, let's just finish up his comments here.
Loved it. We loved all our time in Europe. That's why we spent all the money and did all the work to immigrate here to Europe. And Spain let us in, so boom, Spain, amigos.
We have officially made it over a month here now. Yay! So that's really exciting. And we've signed an apartment lease too. Can't believe we're all moved in and ready to go. We just went through a whole week of building IKEA furniture and walking back and forth between stores and our new apartment to furnish it. Guys, let me tell you, we tried really hard and did a lot of work to shop local and not use Amazon. Drop this video a like to show you appreciate our efforts.
That's all we had for this video. I appreciate you watching, appreciate all the support. We went from 900 to almost 2,000 subscribers in the past month, so I really appreciate all the support and love you guys have been giving me.
Yeah, I will mention. I think it was a great video. They seem like a really, really wholesome and just kind, nice family. I suggest if you're interested, go check out their channel. It'll be in the description, as I said before. I'm somewhat curious of what his profession is or what her profession is and what they do. Probably, if I had to guess, something that's can be done relatively remotely or on computers online, potentially in software or something like that.
Or slowly building a community, not only here in Spain, but also on YouTube. You guys know I read and respond to every comment, so appreciate the time you take to watch, to respond, even the feedback, criticism. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hasta luego, amigos. Ciao.
The other day we were out and the sun shined in my eyes, and that is not a thing I remember happening in America.
So great video. Poked a lot of fun at the differences between Europe and the States and sort of the day-to-day values on things in terms of healthy environments and spaces and community spaces. I think we got a lot of interesting commentary in there about how we value spaces differently, or how Europe might value spaces or plan their spaces better, right? They're just community planning can be better. Cities aren't based and catered to combustion engines and cars and trucks. There's a walkability in a lot of European cities. The transportation system can be a lot more efficient, and just what he said about the train, you can travel hundreds and hundreds of kilometers while relaxing, in comfort, and you don't have to be stressed out about driving. And the community spaces with beautiful nature that's available to the public without cars screaming by at 100 miles an hour, and all of that noise pollution, at least it's mitigated to some degree. Not being stuck in the suburbs in a McMansion, as he described it, which is, I feel like, a George Carlinism potentially. Like Carlin probably would have liked that. He talked a lot about how America had basically turned into a enormous shopping mall, right? Remember that bit that he did? He's like, the U.S. is basically an enormous shopping mall, parking lots upon parking lots with like, right, everywhere is a parking lot. And good video. I liked it. All right, cheers, tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.